I think there are a lot of things that we do in Western culture that are abhorrent, that make me feel really guilty. First off is driving a fucking car. It's the worst thing you can do. If you have any kind of conscience, starting a car is the worst thing you can do. I think that second to that is buying industrial produced meat. I've always been, I haven't always been a meat eater. I've been a vegan, I've been a vegetarian. I was a vegetarian for like 3 years. And then I learned more about how meat is made. I started to care about more where my food came from. And then I started doing this stuff, and it just felt like it had more meaning, more purpose. It felt more real. I lived my entire year, all of 11 months and 3 weeks, for 1 week of hunting in the fall. It's what I love it. It's the best. Katherine's job in our family dynamic is to provide vegetables for us. And I help with that a bit, but it's her realm. She gets the vegetables, and I go out and get the meat. We don't have to. We could buy food if we wanted to. We're not going to starve or anything. So for us, it's more of, it's a way of life. It's a hobby. A lot of people go home and watch TV. We go home and cook and work in the garden, and I practice hunting. Providing our own food provides a connection to nature, and it provides a connection to what we feel is most important in life. And part of that is spending time together, because when you're doing this, it takes a lot of time. It's a lot of time. We don't, like you've looked in our fridge, we don't have any pre-processed foods except for cheese and milk. Like all we buy is dairy. If we had a fucking cow, we'd have no reason to go to the supermarket. It took me a full week working every night to process that elk. But then we've got it, and it's just a matter of defrosting it. We don't have to go to the store to buy it. We know where it came from. We know where all the vegetables come from. I'm a kind of scatterbrained person generally, but when I'm in the woods, it silences my mind. It focuses my mind in a way nothing else ever has. Not even sports. Like, I was like, I gotta get that shit done. I gotta do that. If I don't get meat in that week, I've let my family down, and I don't want to do that. So I push myself really hard all year, and especially for that 1 week to make it happen. And it means that I go really hard, and I'm often pretty expended by the end of it, but it's a really gratifying feeling. Man, I come back from hunting, I'll lose 10, 15 pounds on a hunt, and I come back and I'm in tip-top shape. I slim down, I tone up, my mind is clear. I hardly eat anything. American life, Western life, there's just so much bullshit, so much pointless, aimless. I don't know. I think people living in cities tend to be islands. They try to be islands, and they find that very, it's difficult. It's impossible. Nobody's an island unto themselves, and I think Western culture tries to convince you that you are, because if you are, then you need more stuff. The more stuff you need, the more shit you can buy, and my disillusionment with capitalist Western culture, which I feel is essentially vapid and pointless and diseased. Like honestly diseased. Not just tossing that word out, I think it's a disease. Why do I hike 15 miles in a day when I'm out hunting and I'm not hungry? But then I come here and I sit in front of a computer all day and I'm famished. It's like, what's going on? I think the body is just angry, and lost. What is it to do? We're not made to sit inside of offices all freaking day and stare at computers. We're not made for it. And you see it, especially in Western culture. What they do is sit all day. But when I'm out there hunting, I never fucking sit. There's no time to sit. You sit at the end of the night when you're cooking your meal, and that's it. And when you're waiting for your water to filter. There's purpose in everything. Nothing is a wasted motion. Nothing is a wasted energy. This life is really an expression of values that I've held since I was very young, of self-sufficiency and do-it-yourselfness and knowledge. The things that we do here, we could have somebody else do them, but I think there's a really deep value in knowing how to do these things.